Hello and welcome to episode 34 of the Apocalyptic Knitter podcast. If I've managed to get it to work, then you would have seen a bit of a different intro this time. So yes, I've been getting around to playing with the video editing software that my husband got me over Christmas, and yeah, so I hope you like it. It's kind of getting into where I wanted the intro to be and to get to, and yeah. Anyway, welcome, thank you to those who are coming back and viewing. Thank you to new subscribers and welcome. This is predominantly a knitting podcast, sometimes a little bit of crochet thrown in. I do have a bit of crochet in the back burner, but just not at the moment. So if you feel like this is up your street, then go and get a cup of tea and join me. Right, so I'm coming to you from Leeds in West Yorkshire, where I live with my husband, my teenage son and our cat, who is basking in this glorious sunshine. No doubt it's still very cold, but there we go. We've actually made it past January. It was touch and go, to be honest with you. It just seemed to go on and on and on, but now we're finally in February, so yes. A bit of a roundup from, hang on, I'm going to put my little box there, my socials. So you can find me at Naomi Knits on Instagram or Big Bird on Ravelry. Always forget that bit. I don't have any finished objects this time, although for January I ended up doing 3, one of which I'm wearing again. Can't stop wearing it. It's a little bit warm because it's DK, but I absolutely love it. It goes with smart wear to the office, it goes with jeans, absolutely love it. I think I can see myself making more, but there we go. I'm trying not to add too many things to my list at the minute because I'm feeling a little bit, oh yeah. Right, works in progress. So, my advent is in my big bag. This is from Wool Mouse, and I don't know if I showed you this. My friend got me a little tag that says Advent by the little grey girl. I have been working monogamously on this all week, and I think I've only got another week to go. Wow. I think it has grown. I know it has grown. I put a little progress keeper in from last time so you can see. Where is it? I've lost it. So this is a little, turn it the right way. It's a cute little marker of a little cat. So that was on. I just started the pink. Let's see if I can get this. Oh, and I've forgotten to get to the... I think I've got the card. I think I know where it is. I think it's in this box here. So this is the remaining minis that I've got left. So this is my advent, it's here. This is my advent calendar that I've got from Ducky Darlings, but it was advent calendar for December 2023. And it's the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So, let me try again. So the pink one, let's put that stand there. So the pink one was Veruca Salt, And then number 15, which is like a more neutrally one, is Lollipop. And then it goes on to a soft pink called Bubblegum. And then a more deeper pink for Raspberry Sherbet. And then this yellow neutral one is the Lickable Wallpaper. And then this one here is some yellows, bits of green, and that is Gobstopper. And you can see I've just started Peppermint. So that is day 20. So I've only got 4. Now, it is absolutely scrunched up to high heaven all the way around because I've just done the final, sweltering here, the sunshine. I've just done the last increase, it's the right way around. So there is 1,100 and something stitches on this cable. And I don't think I've got that far to go. I think it's, when I was at the 576 stitches rows, I was changing the minis every 7 rows, and so obviously it's doubled, so it's going to be about every 3 to 4 rows that's changed, so at least that'll keep. Now you're probably wondering why have I not put it on an extension cable, and I've got my extension cable here, and I tried it and I used the key and I tightened it as hard as I could, but after a while, I don't know if it's how I knit or whatever, after a while I could feel the thread unravelling itself and catching on the wool, and that really grates on me because I'm not able to fix it when it's there. I have to kind of take it off. So I just thought I'm gonna see if I can cope with it being extremely bunched up. So there we go. So I think, so I've got 4 more colours to go, and then this is what I'm going to use as the border. I'm going to do the border all in one colour, and I'm still undecided because I think I mentioned before, I'd held, it's a 4-ply yarn, or the pattern calls for 4-ply, on 4mm needles, and I felt that was a bit a loose gauge than I wanted, a bit too drapey. So I've ended up holding a natural with it, so it's more of a DK kind of a base, and I've just increased the needle size to 4.5, and I'm really happy with the fabric that's come out. So, and obviously it's going to block. So I can't decide whether to do the end colour on its own held double or to hold it with another natural. We shall see. I don't really want to buy any more yarn. I feel like I've bought plenty, and this weighs at the minute, I think this is going to be about 1 kilo. It doesn't look much at the minute, but it's going to be like a massive circular shawl. And I'm doing everything the wrong way around. This is the pattern is the Anthology Throw by Curious Handmade. So there we go. I'm hoping that next week this will be finished, and it's going to feel like a marathon because I think every row I might only be able to get 1 row done an evening or 2. So I might need some moral support on the last bit. So that's that one. Next, I think I'd only just started these last time I recorded on the last episode. So these are some socks that I'm making for a friend. So these are them so far. So this is on Ducky Darling's sock weight, and the colourway is Berry Picking. You can see look at the flecks on there. I like these little dark ones because whenever it comes up, it's literally just for, see there, it's just like one stitch on its own. I do like that. So I normally knit socks toe up, and I wanted to do this cuff down, as I say, because I wanted to do the reinforced heel, because I know it's a little bit more, it's not difficult, it's normally if I do a fish lips kiss heel, if I do toe up, I know what I'm doing, I don't need to look at any pattern, and it's just quick and easy. Whereas this one just takes a little bit more thinking, a little bit more calculating, but it's worth it, and I feel like it fits my foot better. And you know, over time when you wash them, sometimes they can just lose lose the tightness, that's not right, lose like the elasticity. I feel like these stay in shape better. So I've done the reinforced heel there, and I'm actually using the pattern from Kay Jones. I bought, what's the pattern called? Come on. It's the Scrappy Quilt Socks. So I'm obviously not doing it in scraps, but the heel just had that garter stitch edging on there. And I think she also includes the umbrella toe. So instead of, because normally I've always just done a standard wedge toe, and I think the umbrella is more kind of curved. So that's those. I think I've just got a few more rows to go on the gusset, and then I can pick up. That's not the gusset. That's the heel flap. And then, yeah. So very happy with these so far. I did have to start them again because I wasn't happy. I did the cast on. What cast on did I do? But I just did a long tail cast on, but I felt like it was a bit too tight. So I think I ended up casting on 72 stitches, and I'm on 2.5mm needles on there. So there we go. They are living in my, I think these are a firefly. It's a firefly, isn't it? Some kind of creature in my, and it's a little grey girl bag. So there's that one, and I've unexpectedly picked up my Sophie scarf. I think I just went to do a couple of rounds on it because it's just, I say, quite easy, and then it ended up just being a bit of like reprieve from all the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stitches in the rows. So, although I've got a stitch marker there, that's just to mark the end of my increases. So I think I've done about that since I last recorded. So this is the Sophie scarf by Petite Knit, and there's a Sophie scarf and a Sophie shawl. Yeah, Sophie shawl, yeah. And it's really beautiful because you're knitting like an I-cord piping edging as you're going along. I'm using 3.25mm needles, and the yarn is Winter Berries by Moffy and the Squid. And obviously it's a paid for pattern, so I don't want to give too much away, but it's like a bit of a gentle increase. And what I didn't do is I didn't weigh the wool at the start. It was a brand new skein, so I know that it's 100, but sometimes you weigh them, it's like 103, 104. So I'm going on the base that it was 100. And then I'm going to get to the halfway mark, or until I've got about 52 grams instead of 50, just to kind of cover myself a bit, and then you kind of start the decreases. So that marker there is where my increase is finished. And, as typical with me, and my little neurospicy brain, I got carried away with the pattern, and it said, do it for so many repeats until you have so many stitches, and I completely overshot it. But I think it's the type of pattern that it doesn't really matter. So it's aiming to kind of, it's quite like a thin scarf, and then you're able to kind of double wrap around it, and then you have like a little necktie. Because I think sometimes I completely overheat, and I don't want a big massive shawl at the moment. So I'm quite happy with that, and I thought I'm probably almost halfway through. And it's like when you're on the decreases, when you're on the second half, that I always feel like you get through that bit a bit quicker. So that is, and that's also in my other little grey girl bag, pencils. I've had this one quite a number of years actually. So they are all my whips. Oh, I think in the next week to 10 days, I think my anthology throw will be finished and the socks will be finished. And possibly, I think all three of those will be finished. So I kind of wanted to, I think having 3 in immediate rotation is a good number for me. So I want to pick up my gridline sweater, and that's going to be like what I work on in the evening. Because I absolutely fell in love with the yarn. I think the pattern, the garment, the pattern is absolutely beautiful, and I don't know why I just did about an inch and just felt, and sometimes you get like that, sometimes you're just not feeling it, so I thought I'm going to put it down for a few weeks and pick it back up again. So hopefully I'll have that to show you a bit more next time. I also picked up my angel hat so this is a pattern from Kay Jones again, and it's a free pattern I believe, as like a thank you. So the angel hat, and this is actually in Aran weight. I've not done Aran weight for ages. And this is the yarn by Flu Fibre, and I want to say it's called Haunted House or Haunted Mansion. I'll do a little bubble speech thing to correct myself, no doubt. And it looks like it's black, but those are actually very dark grey and dark green and dark purple. So I quite like that. I'm still just on the brim. I think it's quite a deep brim and then goes on to the pattern. But I want to make sure that I'd like a hat where you can kind of like fold over the brim, so I'm going to take the time on this. And to be honest with you, hats especially, I mean, what size is this? I've just realised I'm using 2 different needles there. Why am I doing that? So that's 3.75. What have I done? I wonder if I've borrowed the needle, and because this is the needle that I'm leading with, it doesn't necessarily matter if that one's a bit looser. But do you know, I do wonder. I wonder about myself sometimes. I do worry. Because I thought, have I meant to go upper size and I've started the pattern already, but no, because these are in the bag and these are my 4mm needles that do you know what though? Although they're different colours, different brands, they are the same size. Tell me it's not just me that does things like this. Tell me, tell me. Right, so I think once I finish those three, I'm going to get this done. Going to pick up my gridline sweater. And I mentioned a while ago that I had a Musselburgh hat that I wanted to unravel and start again and use the wool. So this is my Musselburgh hat that I did for Craig's uncle, Uncle Dave, who sadly is no longer with us, and he absolutely loved my socks. He has so many of them, but I knew that when I did this hat I'd done it far too wide, but I think he was just too polite to say. Anyway, his lovely daughter Mandy spotted the hat and I said, I'll get that redone. So you can see, massive, absolutely massive. What was I thinking? But the yarn was lovely. It was Bird Street Yarns, and it was like that Star Wars themed one, like the Dark Force or something. And it's all like reds, blacks, greys. So I'm thinking I've got a light grey coat, and that'll be my scarf. And that'll be, kind of goes, kind of similar thing. But yeah. So that is that. I don't know what end to unravel it from. And I need to kind of have a look to see what was the cast on edge and what was the cast off edge and all that kind of thing. Oh, look at that. I found an end. Excellent. Right. That's a sign, it's a sign. So there's that. And I feel like I'm starting to make headway with my Make 9 quest that I've done. So I'm quite happy with that. I thought I'm going to try and see if we can get one big item done either once a month or every other month, and I'll feel like I've getting through. So that just takes me to acquisitions, I think, really. And I wasn't intending to buy anything because January was a very bill-heavy month. I had to go to the dentist for a crown. Not only do you have all the anxiety, pain and discomfort of the dentist, but then you also have to pay. Anyway, it was done and I'm really happy with it. So, but I digress. But yes, I wasn't intending to buy anything, and then something very close to my mind, very close to my heart, caught my eye, and it was from Rosie's Moments, and this is the Flower Power Fund, and the colour is called Daffodil Hope, and it's the Flower Power Fund is like a movement for a lot of indie dyers where it's kind of like a collaboration, I want to say, where a lot of money is raised for Marie Curie. And on this one, it's got a donation of £2 from each skein will be donated to Marie Curie. And this one is a full 100 gram skein, but it comes with two 20 gram minis, a green and a yellow, so that you can make 2 pairs of socks. You can make, because usually if you do use like 50 grams for the main, then you could do a pair of the contrast of green and a pair of the contrast of yellow. You get 2 pairs out of them. And I really need to, I'll see if I can put some notes, but I'd heard about the Flower Power Fund, and I thought it was to do with yarn dyers raising money for selling the yarns, but you can also knit pairs of socks for people who are cancer patients who are battling cancer and are in hospices, especially around Christmas time. So having a lovely hand knit pair of socks as a gift while in hospice, and I thought that was just so beautiful and just something really close to my heart. As I say, I lost my mum. I'm on that tamoxifen, which is like it gives a brain fog, can you tell? But it's like a cancer prevention treatment plan, which I'm extremely thankful for. So yeah, I felt like it was nice to kind of do something to kind of give back, if that makes sense. So yeah, I did hear about it, like the details on Ruth Loves to Knit podcast a few episodes ago. I'd say within the last 6 months she kind of went into this in a lot more detail. So I'm going to go back and rewatch that episode and see if I can put some details on. And I've just spotted the most cutest little stitch marker, and it's a little daffodil. How friggin' cute is that? So yeah, so that was just my acquisition, but I thought, like, yeah, love it. And I think that is all I've got for you this time. I hope wherever you are in the world and whatever you've got on your plate, I hope that you have some nice knitting to just bring you a little bit of solace in these crazy times. And look at me, I can see me burning up. Well, nice to spend some time chatting with you, and I will see you soon. Feel free to drop a comment in and let me know. What could you let me know? There was one thing, going back to the Marie Curie socks, is, and this is what you can put in the comments for, because obviously they say that you can knit any size pair of socks, but I feel like I need to knit some size. What kind of size do you reckon I'll go for? What's kind of like a popular common size? Do you think it's kind of like 5, 6, 7s, that kind of thing? Yeah, I might kind of go for that. But no, let me know what you think, and let me know what you've been working on as well. Right, I am going to go because I'm bumbling. Right, nice to see you all again. Bye for now.